I'm Amy Zawi with the Jerusalem Connection Red Alert Report for July 15th. Shall we make another list? Last week, I listed just the tip of the iceberg of the many abuses that Jews worldwide and Israelis and Israel as a state endures in the modern world. This week, let's look at a list of what Jews and Israel has contributed to the world, at least recently, because the list would be very long. In addition to the general statement that we can make that Israel today sits on the forefront of various cures, treatments, and preventions of diseases such as Parkinson's, certain kinds of cancers, Alzheimer's, cardiac conditions, and more, and of course, the latest ailment, coronavirus. Well, let us also list some very specific and named contributions that Israelis and Jews have given modern society that also touches our lives every day. And should you decide to boycott Israel, you'd really have to clean out your briefcase, your office, your closet, your garage, your pantry, and probably never seek medical attention of any kind ever again. Consider this. Jews make up about 0.03 of the world population, but they've won about 20% of the Nobel Prizes. Israel has won more Nobel Prizes per capita than the United States, France, and Germany. It has more laureates in real numbers than India, Spain, and China. If only scientific laureates are taken into account, Israel is the 13th in Nobel Prize winners per capita, just after Germany, 11th after the United States, and 12th after France. The contributions for general advancements in sciences, as well as specific advances in science, technology, medical, counterterrorism, disaster relief, farming and agriculture, water conservation, water treatment. All of these things are disproportionately attributed in their forefront and innovation to a root contributor who is either Jewish or Israeli or both. Now, I'm not going to comment on the why behind this just now, but let's just call it an objective given premise. So based on this premise, could Israelis and Jews be contributing far more to society, to the world, than the BDS movement, anti-Zionists, and Jew-hating members of faculties, so-called social justice organizations, members of Congress even, as well as protesters in the streets of LA, and Paris, or New York, that they're all willing to admit? Boycotts of Israeli products may prove detrimental to your health or to the health of a family member or loved one. And it even will prove detrimental to many of the joys of modern life that you enjoy on a daily basis. Israeli innovations have changed the world, and they include a variety of them. Just a few from medical technology. The sniff phone, a device that can smell disease, including Parkinson's and various cancers. Rewalk, a battery-packed exoskeleton that helps paralyzed people regain upright walking, motion, and movement, including climbing stairs. This has made appearances in both the Paralympics and the London Marathon. The Pillcam, a swallowable medical camera developed to help diagnose and treat infections such as intestinal disorders and digestive system cancers. Data is transmitted from the camera to an external receiver, and it is then revolutionizing medicine and the diagnostic process. The camera is digestible and disposable, and now it's FDA approved in the US. Because of its unique design, it is able to actually access areas of the digestive tract and system that are typically out of reach for any other kind of conventional scope or procedure. Another invention, the flexible stent. Preventative medical technology has been around for quite some time and provides life-saving remedies to clogged arteries and heart attack victims without the need or use of invasive open heart surgery, which of course comes with its own host of additional risks and ailments. This technology has been around since 1996, so you have no idea how many people you know who had a coronary event and had this stent save their lives and avert a major heart surgery. In the software development and computer world, there are several advancements that you need to know about. Disk on Key was the world's first USB drive that was patented by Israelis. These pen drives were so vital in our carrying around vast amounts of information in our briefcases, on airplanes, our term papers, our corporate secrets, etc. That's, of course, now not used as often with things in the cloud, but still, it's been around for 20 years. The original firewall protection software against malware was Israeli, and it was the first commercially viable software developed way back in 1993. Scientists at Checkpoint Software Technologies generated this anti-malware firewall protection that people everywhere use a derivative of on their computers. Nokia also was one of the innovators of using this type of software as the cornerstone of most of its computer security systems. It keeps millions of people a little safer from malicious cyber activity. ICQ was the first global instant messenger. IMs that you use today, including Slack and WhatsApp, are nothing to the original. It was first released in 1996 by an Israeli software company called Mirabilis, and it was free to download. Eventually, AOL purchased it in 1998, and we've seen that in movies, many a movie, and Mail.ru Group purchased it from AOL in 2010. Most of your cell phone's internal technology would not exist if not for the Israeli R&D research and development hub in the area. In agricultural and environment studies, Netafirm was a desert-friendly irrigation system using a dripping system to hydrate plants and the land. And this avoided the abundance of wasted energy and evaporation you see in traditional sprinkler systems. WaterGen is a drinking water producer where it takes water out of thin air. It's like a miracle. BioBee is a harmless pest control device that solves the age-old problem of pests without administering deadly chemicals that cause other problems to humans and their pets down the road. In the navigation and road safety arena, we have the very popular Waze, a navigation device with a twist, not your typical map getting you from point A to point B on your car dash or on your phone. It uses real-time data to provide traffic checks, road conditions and hazards, and even alternate routes. It was an instant hit, and Google ended up buying it. And then there's Mobileye, the tiny cameras all around your car offering views and beeps to alert you to objects and obstructions. Mobileye is a life-saving artificial intelligence. Developed in 1999 by an Israeli inventor named Aman Shashua, it is the product of his academic thesis on machine learning, and it provides revolutionary car technology. Mobileye systems consist of all those tiny cameras placed around your cars and alerting you to all the different drivers on the road, the hazards, pedestrians, obstacles, etc. It has since been integrated into 25 automobile manufacturers. So if you have any kind of camera system on your car, rear view, backup, beeps, things alerting you to obstacles, you can thank Israel for that safety feature. What about the next generation of startups and innovation? What's going on with that? Tel Aviv and Jerusalem ranked together 6th in the world for startup ecosystem culpability, the idea that they have the best place to succeed, the best investors, the best talent. Tel Aviv ranked 6th in 2019 as well, and Israel as a whole ranked 3rd in the total number of AI, artificial intelligence startups globally. AI is the leading sector in startups based in Tel Aviv as well, accounting for 47% of all startups and 25% of all employees in the city. Cloud and big data come in second with 38.1% of the share, and the list goes on. So lots of new things are coming out of Israel all the time. India, for example, just agreed to use an Israeli technology to disinfect their public spaces during this COVID-19 crisis. The new development from Israel disinfects surfaces 100% from bacteria, viruses, molds, fungi, and remains active on the surface for a long time after being sprayed in a manner that is safe for the public. Israel has contracted to use this technology in the public spaces in the continued effort to combat COVID-19. In addition to innovation, Israel is also the site at the forefront of various security and humanitarian efforts. Israel has, for the 9th year in a row, topped the international list of countries in the battle against human trafficking. A U.S. government report made this distinction. The annual report out of the U.S. is published each year since 2001 and ranks countries by 3 different categories: prosecution, protection and prevention, and then divided into 3 tiers after that, including watch lists. Israel has been on the tier 1 since 2012. Israel disaster relief forces have been first on the scene for so many worldwide disasters I can't even list them. Famous ones include the earthquake in Haiti, most of the recent hurricanes in the last 10 years, the aftermath of mass shootings, including in Orlando, and health crises on the borders of Syria and elsewhere. These, again, are just the tip of the iceberg of the daily conveniences, the life-preserving and enhancing contributions, and the safety measures that Jews and Israel have given the world. Remember these when you hear about a boycott of Israel and how horrible Israel is. Ask the person saying that if they are willing to sacrifice the life of a family member or the convenience of their smart home, many of the apps they use, or even the car they drive, in order to demonstrate their point to boycott Israel. Genesis 28:13-14 tells us, "And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord, the God of your father Abraham, and the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie, I will give it to you and your descendants. Your descendants will be like the dust of the earth, and you will spread out to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in you and your descendants shall all the families of the earth be blessed." All the families of the earth be blessed. And Acts 3:25 in the New Testament, this same point is reiterated. "It is you who are the sons of the prophets and the covenant which God has made with your fathers, saving Abraham. And in your seed all the families of the earth shall be blessed." Shavua Tov. Have a great week.